Welcome to this Snapshot and Clone Technologies, preparing you for your CompTIA exam. I'm Nigel Poulton and I'll be your trainer for this lesson. What are snapshots and clones? First up, I think some terminology. You'll occasionally hear snapshots referred to as snaps for short, and occasionally both snapshots and clones are referred to as local replicas or local copies. We use the term local to stress that these copies, snaps and clones, exist on the same local system as the volumes that they're copies of. This is in contrast to remote replicas and remote copies. Remote replicas and remote copies exist on a different system, sometimes in a different location to the source volumes that they're copies of. In fact, usually in a different location to the source volumes that they're copies of. We also refer to snaps and clones as point-in-time copies or pit copies. Point-in-time telling us that these babies represent how a volume was at an exact point in time, something like 5 p.m. on Saturday, for example. So if we take a snap of a volume called volume A at 5 p.m. on Saturday, the resulting snap will represent an exact image, replica, copy, whatever you want to call it, of volume A as it was at exactly 5 p.m. on Saturday. And one quick comment on what snaps and clones are not. Snaps and clones are not backups. Do not rely on them as backups, at least not without augmenting them with something else, such as tape copies or remote replicas. The reason we say this is that if the local system that hosts the source volume and the snap or clone fails, we lose the source volume and the snap or clone. You see the big red cross on the array on the slide? That cross is going through both the source volume and its associated snap or clone. So you definitely won't be recovering your system from failed snaps or clones. Now, in saying that, snaps and clones are used extensively as part of a backup solution. It's just that on their own, they don't themselves constitute a backup solution. So just taking a snap or a clone of a volume, it's not a backup solution. Now then, snaps and clones are similar, but they do have some major differences too, and it's important to understand those differences. So let's take some time to talk in more detail about snapshots.